Let's go get our very special guest today, one of the Associated's Fred Wolpert Young Leadership Award winners, Mr. Jesse Elkin. I couldn't be more excited to hang out with Jesse today, getting coffee, well, chullent, right here in Pikesville at the Knish Shop. I think you should join us for a very special Mensches in Cars Getting Chullent. Jesse, thank you so much for meeting me today.
Thanks for having me.
I really appreciate it. I'm really excited. You are the 2025, one of the 2025 Fred Wolpert Award winners.
Yes.
What does that mean to you?
It's very humbling. I mean, I love the Associated. It's been such an important part of my life. Since I was a child, my parents were very involved, and to be recognized it's very meaningful to me.
So tell me about your parents' involvement, your involvement. What it's like where are you put? I know you were involved in chat, I think with your wife?
I was.
And remind me, Jess, correct?
Jess,
So
yes.
that's not confusing at all.
A little bit.
Jesse, Jess, is your dog named
Gus.
Jay? Got it,
It's Gus. It's different.
Gus,
But my dad's
okay.
name is Jeff. So when we're at my parents' house, my mom says Jess or Jeff. All of us turn around.
All of you turn around. That's actually amazing. And you have the same haircut as your dad.
Yes, I do.
Almost.
Go to the same barber. Yep.
Yeah. So do I, but
Okay.
I'm due for a cut.
I figured.
Yeah. You were involved in chat with your wife. When did that happen? You moved back here in 2018?
Sure. So I moved back here in 2018, and I want to get a little bit more involved in the Jewish community. I had my friends here, but I still wanted to branch out a bit. So I joined chat, I think in 2019, did my session, and then the next year they asked me to come back as the host, and Jess was in my group then, and that's how we met.
Jess is not from here, is that correct?
No, she is from here.
She is from here, okay.
She's from Pikesville.
So Jess is from Pikesville.
She is. So funny enough, we actually didn't know each other growing up. This is a really funny story. So she grew up off of Hooks Lane. I grew up off Park Heights Avenue.
Around the corner from each other.
Around the corner from each other. Bethel families. Our families actually sit across the aisle from each other at Bethel.
Wow.
Did not know her. My mom and her mom grew up 2 houses away from each other on Lightfoot Drive. So she used to go to her bubbies every Friday night. I used to go to my bubbies every Friday night. We used to go to Fuddruckers for dinner, typical Pikesville stuff. So we probably crossed paths hundreds, if not 1,000 times. Didn't know her until I did chat the Associated.
Wow, and you feel like you have adequately repaid the Associated for setting up your wife?
I think so. I'm a big advocate for young adults going and meeting their spouses there.
So tell me a little bit about your involvement in YAD and kind of what YAD's been doing lately in terms of programming. How has that changed over the last several years?
When I was doing the YLC program, it was right before COVID. COVID happened, so most of the program was virtual. And honestly, when I joined the YAD board, there were a lot of kind of virtual programs. There wasn't as much in person. When it was in person, it was kind of social distancing, maybe outdoors. There wasn't as much interactive programming. Now I feel like we're kind of back to normal where, you might have a cooking class or you might have a couples class, you might be doing art, or just a meet up and do a happy hour. So it's kind of gotten back to more of the social aspect. And I think right now too, after October 7th, I think people are looking to find a home where they have people that are similar to themselves and have a similar Jewish background. And this is kind of an outlet for that.
So tell me, what are you doing? I know you spent a little bit of time in the family business, associated with it. Where are you now? What are you doing professionally?
Sure. So I started at IBM for a couple years doing consulting there in Atlanta. When I moved back, I worked at a CNH group, also doing consulting for another probably 3.5 years. And now I do investment banking at Evergreen.
So it's cool that you're a generalist because you're involved in this amazing organization that is also a generalist. Where did you fall in the associated system? Where are you kind of investing your time, talent, and treasure?
So mostly in YAD, which is the young adult division. For me, it's really important to help out other young professionals in the community like myself, get more connected to Jewish Baltimore. And I'm co-chairing Young Leadership Council, which is a bunch of young professionals that want to get more involved in the Associated, want to be placed on boards, and it's helping them develop leadership skills while also helping them familiarize themselves with the Associated too.
What would you say is the most fulfilling part about your Associated involvement?
I would say it's working with those young professionals and helping them match them with what they want to do. and really help them realize their passions and how they can get involved. I think is, at least at this point in my my associated journey, that's important to me right now.
What would you say comes to mind when you think of the word mensch? What does that mean to you?
It's a good question. I think a mensch is someone that is a genuinely good person and does things not so that they can receive, but just to give and don't expect anything in return.
Who in your history or in your family would you say are some inspirations and mensches along the way who've kind of laid the groundwork for what you're doing now?
Mm-hmm. Oh man, that's a great question. I would say, honestly, all of my grandparents in different ways, all really genuinely were good people. And I think they helped give me the values that I have today that have led me to do what I do now. And also my parents with their involvement in the associated, again, I think just good people that have genuinely instilled me with great values and good Jewish values. Judaism is something that's very important to me. And I think they're the root of helping instill that in me.
Yeah, look, your grandfather is in what we call the Title Hall of Fame. Grandpa Harry was Harry Lichter is just from most incredible people to ever play the game of title. Who are some other Baltimore Hall of Famers that kind of you look at and say, you know, that's a guy, that's a woman who I hope one day they say the things about me that they say about them? Who's your first ballot Mount Rushmore of Jews in Baltimore?
Jews in Baltimore. I would have to say, I think Mark Terrell, running the Associated for many years, he would be up there. I think I'll put a David Rubenstein just because I'm a huge Orioles fan, and seeing him kind of transform the team, that's another great Baltimorean Jew. Let me think. Linda Hurwitz, who has been incredible in the Associated, who's had a big impact on me, honestly. One of the best at soliciting and just a genuinely good person. And then I'll throw you up there, Yankee.
Thank you.
You're a good
sweet
face of the Associated.
It's very, very sweet. You're in a unique space, and obviously wear your Judaism proudly. With the rise of anti-Semitism post-October 7th, how has your Judaism showed up more?
So Judaism has always been really important to me. I think since October 7th, I've gotten more of a feeling of what that means to me and what my Judaism means. One thing that has been really important to me that my wife and I started probably about a year and a half ago is every Friday night, we stay home, we light the candles, we do the blessings, we eat Shabbat dinner together, we'll put our phones away. We don't keep Shabbat, but we try to do our best job Friday nights. And sometimes we'll have friends or family over, sometimes we'll go to friends or family, but Friday nights are our nights.
That's awesome. As such a proud and involved Jew, have you had opportunities to educate those around you on what Judaism means and how to combat anti-Semitism when folks see it?
Mm-hmm. I think just having conversations with peers that are kind of in a position where, you know, we didn't think that anti-Semitism was really that much of a thing anymore. You know, it'd pop up here and there, but, you know, that's kind of history. It's past us. And honestly, over the past little over 2 years, the landscape's kind of changed. So I think just having those conversations with others and trying to understand and having that empathy and understanding how they feel, sharing my experience, I think is really important. And then I think on the other side too, just educating ourselves on the history of the Middle East and Israel, understanding why Israel is so important, the history of anti-Semitism, not just in Nazi Germany, but also in the Soviet Union, honestly, many places over the past 2,000 years. I mean, most of my ancestry is from Eastern Europe and from Soviet Union. So understanding that kind of anti-Semitism, which I feel like is pretty similar to a lot of the anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism that we're seeing now, is important. I think it's important to educate ourselves. And
you had the opportunity to go actually with your dad to Israel on a mission. Tell us about that.
I went with my family back in 2007 through the Associated on a family mission. It was my first time going. It was such an incredible experience. I think we did a lot of the Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, Masada, Dead Sea, kind of your first time in Israel. I've been many times since and have done a bunch of kind of like not just the greatest hits, but seeing Israel for what it is, going to different art museums or walking through like the art districts, going to different restaurants, which has been really important. And doing it with both my parents has been super meaningful. We're actually going back later this year. Very excited to do it with them and experience it through an adult perspective with them.
Jesse, I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet me here at the Knish Shop today. Congratulations, Mazal Tov, on winning the Fred Walpert Award.
Thank you.
We look forward to seeing how you view that as a calling to more amazing work within the community.
Thank you, Yankee. I appreciate
Thanks
you
for
guys
coming.
having me.
Oh, handshakes
Thanks
are for
again.
strangers. Bring it in.
All right.
Hugs are for friends.
Definitely.